I wanted to share some holiday eating tips with you. I assume there's going to be a lot of treats in the house and hors d'oeuvres, even more so if you're going to a holiday party this weekend or next weekend. And there's nothing wrong with eating those treats. However, you can quickly end up binging on those treats and ruin a lot of your health goals that you have this year, or have more weight that you need to lose in January. So, some tips. First, I recommend being mindful of how much you're eating. Hold on one second, I gotta tell these kids to be quiet. Hey guys, quiet. Sorry about that. I have many children and two other middle schoolers in the house. All right. So the first tip is to be mindful. You don't want to be mindlessly grazing on food. If you are mindful um, and you pay attention to what you're doing and really taste the food when you're eating it, you're a lot less likely to binge on the treats. But that brings me to my second point, which is an excellent point, and I do this all the time, is to savor each bite like it's a fine wine. So, if you're eating cheesecake, for example, when I eat it, I really try to think of the whole experience because I love food, okay? I try to think of the whole experience as I'm eating it. How does it feel? How does it smell? How does it taste? And I take little bites. And then you can put your fork down and take a breath, pause, because this cheesecake is damn good. And I want this cheesecake to last as long as possible. But I don't want to eat the whole cheesecake. So savor every bite of your treats. Third, I would not be starving when you go to this party or have these treats out. And I actually didn't write this point down, but environment too. If you have control over it because they're in your house, either get rid of it or put it somewhere that you don't see every time you walk by the kitchen. That's actually really useful. That's how I stop eating potato chips. I'll just get them out of my arm's length and be mindful, and then I won't eat the entire bag because that's happened before. Anyways, so don't be starving when you've got it in front of you because you have little control when you feel like you're starving. Next tip. If you're going to a holiday party or your family's house, be the person who brings a veggie tray. You can bring your treats, you can bring your brownies, but make sure you bring a big veggie tray because what's awesome about that is when you're standing around hors d'oeuvres and treats, you're gonna eat them. I sit there and I eat too when I'm at a party. But if you try to eat more of the vegetables, you're going to fill up your stomach more and you're also busy eating the vegetables. So you won't spend as much time hovering over the brownies. So that helps. Next tip is if you have any control over it, you should definitely use a smaller plate. When we use big plates, our eyes are larger than our stomach. I don't remember how that saying goes. You don't think that you have that much food in it, but you do. So if you can use a small plate, that is helpful. Let's see, small portions on your plate. So if you've got a lot of treats out, it's got to be a real small portion. If you're just having, say, one slice of pie, I would use my hand, this is what we do in my weight loss program. Um, you can use your hand to estimate how much you're having. So um, I wouldn't have more than like your palm's worth. Now you got to kind of think of it like all shoved into your palm uh, of a treat. Um, so if you're trying a lot of stuff, I'd use a lot less. Um, but if you are not successful in that and you do eat more treats, because we all want to eat the treats, you're eating the carrots and the celery, you used a small plate, you put small portions, uh, all of that stuff. It's also a tendency of ours, if you go a little overboard, to throw the baby out with the bathwater. And by that I mean um, it's a psychological phenomenon that most people do. When you start eating something that you shouldn't, you're like, oh well, I effed it up. I might as well just keep eating it. So make sure you let yourself have a little bit of your holiday treats, but try not to go overboard. And I hope you have a fantastic holiday. I'm sure you'll see me again, and a fantastic weekend. I think I'm going to go open up a bottle of wine.